Okay, so last week we discussed about this part, basically CHR. CHR ORD I discussed, no? CHR, how to convert that to, if you give an integer, how to convert that integer to character. And ORD, when you give a character, how to convert that to integer, right? That part we have discussed last day. Hopefully you can remember, if not, so let me quickly recap. So if you give CHR, the character code, it will convert to a particular character. For example, 65 is letter A, capital letter A, and whereas the 97 is simple letter, 97 is simple letter A. So likewise, that is to convert integer to the character code. The other hand, if you have a character, you can get the character code by, let's say, ORD of character G is 71. So you'll get the letter. ORG of space is 32. Then, so len is also a built-in function where you can measure the length of array or length of list or length of tuple or length of string, whatever. So if you have string, let's say name is a string. Let's say, let's type my name. And if I ask length of name, so it will give the length of the particular, how many characters are there, including the space, including spaces. And if that is a list, let's say marks is a list, and in this marks list you are having some marks. Likewise, you are having some marks, and so if you take length of marks, so then you can see the number of items in the particular list is given. If it is a tuple, if I ask, if it is a tuple, let's say marks t, then there is a tuple. If I ask what is the length of marks t, it will still give the length of marks t. And if you ask if it is a set, what will happen? If it is a marks set, marks, let's say underscore set. If it is a marks set, then it is curly braces. So if you ask length of marks set, what will happen? Yes, will it give the length, or will it give the length without the duplicate items, or will it refuse to give the length? What will happen? Actually, you have to test these things, right? You have to test these things. It will give the length. So how length is given? Basically by dropping the duplicates. So it will first drop the duplicates here. 34 two times, it will count only one time. 23 two times, it will count only one time. 45 two times, it will calculate only one time. Then altogether 23, 65, these three, and yeah, including this one, that is the fourth item. Altogether 4 items, because if you print this one, if you print the marks set, it will print all that 4 items, because others are not belongs to. So what about the dictionary? So dictionary, if you have, let's say, student, so let's say, let's declare a student dictionary. Name of the student is, let's say, and the first subject marks, maybe first subject you got this marks, and the second subject you got another mark, and for third subject you got 90 marks. So if I ask length of students, so it is a dictionary, it will tell 4, because you have 4 items. You can either say number of keys or number of values. Keys count එක වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, value count එක වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්.
Right.
Okay. So this is what basically length function does. And then we learn how to take a substring of a string. So this can be used for anything, right? For name, if you want to take a substring name, if I want to take beginning to 6 index, it will give beginning to 6. Then I said you can give the negative values. You can give -1 to -1 to +0. So -1 to +0, but you have to tell that go reverse. Right. So you can say negative to negative, maybe -6 to end positively. -6 to end. Then what will be the answer? Negative, let's say -9. So what will be the answer?
It will count if it's since it's negative, it will count from the right side to the left
Yeah,
side.
right side the negative values, right? -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, 6, 7, 8, -9 is S. Then from that to end, so it will print. From that to end, it will print. Because you have not given the reverse step. Reverse step means if you give minus steps only, it will go reverse otherwise. So the same thing you can apply for these other things. For an example, you can tell marks. So yes, just without giving the start, I can say marks 3. So then it will print first 3 marks here, 0 to 1, 2,
Yeah.
0, 1, 2. The other way you can say, if you want to give last 3 marks, you can get like this. This is last 3 marks. Again the same. Same. It is also same.
Mm-hmm.
Last 3 marks, the same thing. Right? So where you can do the same thing for marks T tuple. So you can do the same thing. And you can give the same thing, same negative values for tuple. And dictionary, sorry, set marks underscore set. So you cannot give like this because set it is not subscriptable. You can't tell like this. You cannot give indexes for sets. But dictionaries, if you know the keys, you can give. But since you don't know the indexes for dictionaries, also you can't use like this because it's without specific index. So here the
Mm-hmm.
marks students is the dictionary. If you tell without specifying this one here, it is not possible to do that. Students, you will not get. But if you give the exact value, let's say name, then it will give. Right? Tuples and lists are almost same except one thing. What is that? Tuples and dictionaries are same. Sorry, tuples and lists are same except one thing. Yes, what is that?
Uh,
Which is read only. Did you forget that? Which is read only. So out of this tuple and list, one is read only. Which is the read only one?
list.
No, list is editable. List is mutable. So it seems that you have not gone through the. So I have shared all the videos, right? You can just go through those
Yeah.
things and remember, right? Tuple is read only. And what about string? Is it read only or editable? String, read only or editable?
Read
String,
only.
yeah, it is also read only. String is similar to tuple. You can't change the values. Once declared, you can't change the value. Tuples also once declared, you can't change the value, but list you can. Dictionaries you can change the values. Set is basically you don't have indexes. So set is to get filter out the unique values. Right? If you want to get okay, if there's a large list, if you want to get unique values of that large list, the easiest method is put that list to a set.
Yeah.
Insert items of that list to a set, then it will return all the unique items. How to do that? Can you write a code? So these are the things. These are the things that you have to do. You have to try. So we built-in functions, and then about this round, we discuss about that. and int we discussed how to convert to integer, and float. Then I said the formatting numbers for giving the outputs. We discussed this part. I asked you to practice this, and then rand in the random library. You have to import random, and random can be implemented. Is in random library, and then date time. So today we have to discuss about date time and then text files, right? So let's discuss that. But before that, before doing that, let's do these exercises. What I said. Okay. Uh, right. The first one is okay. First one is how to get items from a list and add to a set. How to do that? Yes. Can you suggest me a method? So you have a list. Let's say you have marks. Marks is the list, and
Yeah.
in this list you have these marks. These are the marks in the mark list, and I just want to I need to add this to a set. How to do this?
Mm.
How to go item by item? You can use for loop, no? For maybe mark in marks. For mark in marks, you can say, let's say print mark and end this with space, right? Or you can say um, without this ending part, you can print downwards. Okay, now you know how to access one by one. Can you tell me how to add this to a dictionary? So not to a dictionary, a set. How to add this to a set?
Mm.
Yes. Suggest me. Then I can, or you can try. Shall I give like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to try?
Okay.
Okay. So you know how to add to a list. You have append.
Mm.
Hopefully you can remember. No. By
Yeah.
appending, you can add to the list. So if you want to add item to
Uh-huh.
this list, you can say marks dot append, and then you can say the item to append. Let's add 90. Okay, after adding 90, let's print this. Now you can see 90 is there as the last mark. For the list, you can append. Okay, now I'll give you time to try. Just give a try.
Mm.
Okay, I'll give a clue to add to set. So if you have a set like this, okay, let's say mark set ms, and mark set is, let's say it's empty. Mark set is empty, or you have nothing in the mark set. Then if you can add to mark set by
Okay.
ms dot add. So similar to append, you can add to this. Let's say let's add 10 to this. Oh. It's taken as dictionary, sorry. How to write as a set. This was taken as a dictionary. Let's add item to this, and now, okay, now you can see it will work. Now if I print ms, now you can see 10 and 3 both are there. But if I add,
Right.
let's add 10 again. What will happen if I add 10 again? Still you can see 10 only. If you add 3 again, because this duplicate items, it will not add. Then let me print ms, and you can see. But if you add the new item like 30, it will be added to the list set. Okay, now using this clue, can you try to do what I want you to do? I have a list.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a list. In list, you have duplicate items. 23
Yeah.
here, 23 again here. In list, you have duplicate items. I want to remove the duplicates and keep the unique values. The best thing to do this is add this to a set, because set will automatically remove the duplicates. Set will not keep duplicates. So what you can do is, from this list, you can add to the set. So to add to list, you can use append. To add to set, you can use add. Now use these methods and try to add this list to a set. Please write a code. That is the exercise.
Okay.
Okay. So now I have clearly explained you. Now you can try and do this, because I have given some tips. Okay. Just try it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any question, you can ask, right? Meanwhile.
Okay. Uh,
Okay. How to the, so this is okay. Assume this is my list. How to access one by one elements one by one using which loop? You can use for loop.
follow.
Okay. For maybe you can define any variable. For yes, let's say k or I something in, then
Uh, Marks.
marks. Okay. Then and I need to start the set as well. So let's say my set I'm going to declare empty, because I can't declare empty, then it will treat as, because both these curly braces are used for dictionaries too, no?
Yeah.
Curly braces are used for dictionaries as well as sets. So at least without putting an item, I cannot start. Or either I have to put null, or maybe, or the easiest thing is I can put the zeroth element of this one. That's okay, no?
Yeah.
I can put the zeroth element of that, means 23. I can put, then it will be considered as a set. If I ask type of this, type of my set, right, okay. So let's try one by one. So let me run this code example. Okay, save as example 006.py. It's already existed. 7. Okay. So let's run this code. Okay, when you run this code, let's run module. Okay, and I just want to print the type of this. Print the type of my set. So let's run this. Now it's a class set here. Understood?
Yes.
But if I declare this with empty like this, then I ask if what is the type of my set. See what's happening. It will identify that as a yes dictionary.
Right.
Right. So that's why I have to give an item to this. Oh, I have to give none. Right, none, and let's try. Now it's identified as set. None means none or null. None, the same meaning, carried same meaning of null. None means nothing is there.
Yeah.
Right, but none, actually I have not introduced none. මං කලින් none කියලා දුන්නේ නැහැ. I have not introduced none to you, no.
Yeah. Right.
So even without none, you can do this. How? By just putting the, this is method 1, or the second method, you can put marks, the zeroth element of this marks, zeroth element of marks, and just run it, and it will print the set, this as a set. Now I know this is a set, but in case if you declare this as empty, what will happen? Without anything, it will be treated as a dictionary.
Yes.
Understood or not?
Yes.
Okay. So if you cannot understand anything, please let me know, then I can explain again and again if you wish. Because if you cannot understand, if I am continuing, so then that will not be really good for you, because that's wasting
Yeah.
your time and my time both, because then you cannot understand, and ultimately I think that you understood, but it's not. So please don't let me do the false assumptions. If you cannot understand anything, kindly let me know, then I can explain. Okay, I'm going to add marks 0 to this one. Okay, marks 0 to this one. Now I know this is type of dictionary. Now what I'm going to go for I in. So then I can say marks, because it's okay to go from the beginning. Why? Set will ignore the duplicates. No, you have already
Yeah.
added this 23. But what happen if I ask you to add that if I ask to add my set dot add, if I ask to add marks, sorry, my set dot add ith item, what will happen? It will add one by one by one by one by one to the set, no?
Right.
Right? So, but 23 it will try to add again, but that won't be an issue. Why? Because duplicates will automatically be discarded. Duplicate will be
Oh.
discarded. So let me print after all these things. Let me print the my set. Print. So let's print marks, and then let's print my set both. Then you can see, okay, this is the result. Okay, first show the my first one shows the list. The second one shows the unique items in the list. Check whether 34 is there. Yes, 42 is there. Yes, okay. 76 is there. Yes. 45 is there, but two times it's ignored. 54
Mhm.
is there. Yes, taken. 23, one, two times ignored. 56, one, two times ignored. 34, two times ignored and put one. So now we can see the unique items in the list. So that both you can print. Uh, print. So you have to tell me, right? Items in the original list. Items in the original list, sorry, list equal to items in the original list equal to marks, sorry, length of marks, and what are the how many unique items in the list? Unique items in the list. Unique items in the list. Yes. Length of
7.
length of my set, no?
Oh, you mean, oh,
Length
the
of my,
oh, yeah.
yes. That is the unique item. This way you can count the. So practically you should be able to use these things. No, theoretically I know. So theoretically it's possible to use this. Theoretically it's possible to learn. So it's very easy when you are reading this book from top to bottom. You don't even need my help. Why? So basically, how to get that and how to write that, the codes are there, right?
Yeah.
But what I really need, I need you to apply this. So that is called programming. In programming, what you have learned, you have to apply.
Yeah.
Right? That is called programming. Okay.
Yes.
Now you can, or you can test this if you want. Now we can test this.
Yeah. I'll
So
write this
what do you
down.
prefer, taking a print screen or testing this?
I'll write this down and test it.
Okay. Right. With that, let's move to the next one, and that is about rand int. And rand int, actually I explained this last week also, but the thing is that how to apply this to do something, how to apply this to do something, let's say um, let's say, so let's create a small thing, uh, and okay, I'm going to take input, and that is X input. Enter numbers between 1 to 10 separated by commas. I'm going to take these numbers, input numbers. I'm going to input, let's say, enter 5 numbers. Enter 5 numbers between 1 to 10 separated by commas. Then after getting these 5 numbers, I'm going to use another built-in function. So that is, let's say, my list, and I'm going to split this X, split, using the comma as the delimiter. Delimiter means the separator. So using separator, I'm going to separate this using the separator or the delimiter. Then let's print the numbers. Print my list. So let's say what's going to happen after this. I'm going to save this as ex008.py, and let's run this. Then it's asking me enter 5 numbers from 1 to 10 separated by commas. I'm going to write between 1 to 10, let's say 3, 4, 6, 7, 5 numbers, and it will take these numbers to the list. You can see it will take these numbers to a list. So that's what this code does. Using these commas, it will separate the number and separate the items and taken it to the list. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to import the random library. Actually, so importing is as a practice, it is better to import in the beginning. But that is just a practice, okay? In the middle also you can import, that is okay. But as a practice, you write import statement in the beginning. Import random, and I'm going to take a random number, let's say k, or yes, k equal rand int. So here you can see rand int, and I can give a random integer between 1 to 10. So let's print k as well. Let's print k as well. Right, okay. So rand int, basically you have to call the random library. Random library, and then the rand int. Random and rand int. You have to give the range, and then it will run without any error. Okay, 5 numbers, and you can see random number is generated. So now what I want to do is this, I'm going to actually write small game or kind of lottery game. So where I'm going to generate 5 random numbers and store in a list. How to do that? Can you tell me one line code to do that? I want to generate 5 random numbers and store in a list. I want to generate 5 random numbers and store in a list.
By using
If you can remember, yes, let's say
By using the rand int.
Yeah, using random, that's
Then
of course, yes. So can you remember this kind of thing? So x, let's say x, k in range, sorry, k, let's say k in range 10. Then what will happen? So I think you can remember code like this. List 2 equal, you can give in the quotation x, x in range 10. What will happen? Sorry, x. Here you have to tell, yeah, I cannot remember the exact syntax, sorry. So how to declare list? In declaring list, you had this one. Hopefully you can remember. So there's one thing to be added here when we were discussing about lists. There were three methods to declare the list, and one is okay. So yeah, we had lists. No, not here. Wait. K for K for K. So if you write like this, what will happen? So let's comment all these things first. And if you write like this, what will happen? It will store here in the list 2, 0 to 9, because for K in range 10. So same thing I can do. Same thing I can do means I can apply this one now. Random.randint for K in range this. Then what will happen? It will store, when I run this, it will store random numbers here between 1 and 10 for 10 times. But I need only 5, no?
Oh,
Understood or not?
yes.
Right? So same so single line code, this no need to be this code, right? So you can write it in
Yes.
multiple lines too, that likewise like this. So first you can declare the list. Let's say list tree is equal this empty list or list, right? So it has declared empty list. Then what you can do is for k in range 5, that means 5 times, what you can do is you can append to list tree dot append. So what to append? You can append the random number between 1 to 10. This is another way. I can add items, random numbers between the, now let's write this and print list tree, and list tree will have random numbers from 1 to 10. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you can short this code. You can write this code in a short way without appending and without declaring empty list. You can do this at once. List 2 is random int 1 to 10 for k in range 5. There is one line code to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. Same thing can be done using this code, right? So this is how. So, but I need I need string, because in the first list you saw in this list, my list, I have taken strings, no? String ne the tipe split karan. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Siddhas, can you hear me? Okay. Hello. Hello. Yeah, what has happened? Hello.
Hello, sir.
What has happened?
I couldn't hear anything, so I logged out and logged in again.
All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the previous list, when you input, what was the type of this list? Is it integers or strings?
String.
Strings. Yes, because we have splitted and because we have not changed. But this list is integer, no?
Yes.
So we can't compare both now because one is in the string. And so how to make this the second one string?
Mm.
So simply you can say str, this integer, str the random number. Then what will happen when you
Oh,
run this? So that is also a built-in function, str. Okay, let's say these are my numbers. Okay, these are the numbers, and what is there in the list 2 here? In list 2, these are the numbers. Now both are in strings.
yeah.
Okay, now in my lottery, what I have to do, right? Now I have taken, so okay, I have taken five integers and taken into 5 list items. Then I have generated 5 random numbers and taken into 5 list items. Then I can say if, right, I can say for item in my list, means the given list, for item in my list, this one, for item in my list, if item in, if item in list 2, let's say item in list 2 means the second list. If item in list 2, what do you have to do? You have to count that item. Let's say count is initially 0. But when you found the item, what you have to do is you have to count plus equal 1. You have to add 1 to the counter. And finally, you have to print the counter. Print the count. So let's say this is to check your luck today, right? So let's input few numbers, 6 and 7, and these are my numbers. Let's enter, and I got one count, one hit. I got one hit, means 10 rupees or 20 rupees,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh,
Right, okay. So like us here, because this is the list, and item list 2 is this one, right? You can see list 2 is this one, and which was the 6? 6 was there. So I won 20 rupees,
oh,
right? Understood
yeah.
the concept?
Yes.
Right, okay. So likewise, you can create, so you can apply these theories. Why random numbers? Because this is random. Now we have random lottery where you can input the numbers and check whether you are lucky enough. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
these are the winning
Yeah.
numbers. Let's say you can display this nice way, right? Rather than print count, you can say print your numbers, print your numbers, and then you can say uh, your numbers for item in my list, print item, and end with space. End with space. These are your numbers. And then our numbers, or winning numbers. Winning numbers, that is item in list 2 is the winning numbers. Then you can say print you won, you won. So you can iterate all the things that you have learned, right? You won. Then
Yeah.
if, right? If count equal 1, then yes, then you can say print 20 rupees,
Oh.
right? Elif, you can integrate all the things that now you have learned. Elif, Elif, yes, say Elif, count equal to, let's say print 100 rupees. Elif, count equal 3. Elif, count equal 3, let's say 1000 rupees. Elif, count equal 4, maybe 100,000 rupees. Then Elif, count equal 5, then like maybe 1 million, 1 million rupees. Else it is 0 rupees. Else it's 0 rupees. Okay, that means your luck is not really good. Bad luck.
Yeah.
Let me save and run this. Now I have a lottery. So it's not a big thing, right? It's not a big thing. 4, 5, 6, 8, okay, 7, 8, and. So these are the winning numbers I got. These are my numbers. Sorry, my numbers. These are my numbers. And winning numbers 9, 7, 1, 4, 10, 4. And I got 4 and 7. Yes, 4 and 7.
Yeah.
So 100 rupees.
Oh.
Understood?
Yes.
Right. So you can maybe make it nice by just adding a new line here. And after that also the winning numbers, just add 2 new lines here. And then you won, again add some new line. And now it's better than, the formatting is better than previous way. Let's write my numbers 2, 3. Okay, so I tried two numbers twice. Now these are my numbers and I got only one correct. That's 5. So I won 20 rupees. Can you try
Oh.
for 1 million price? Right? So maybe, so the thing is the logic. This is digital lottery
Yeah.
using random. This is how you create a digital lottery. So what you have done, you have taken a random number, generated a random number. You can take a print screen or screenshot. No need to write down this. You can write down later.
Mhm. Can I
You try.
test it, sir? Real quick.
Sorry,
Can I do the code?
you want to do this now?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, no issue. So because it's lengthy, it's not much length. You can just write down. Okay, it's okay. Try it. Try. Okay, this is how you import the library and then create a new date. But so when you want to create a date, better use date time dot date, because this is belong to the date time class, date time library, and then it will not give an error. Yeah. Now you can print the
Yeah.
date, print standard date or sample date, and it will give the sample format. The format is year dash day month, year dash month dash date, year dash month dash date. That is the format,
Yeah.
right? So then today's date, you can get that using this today command. Today's date td. Let's say this same date, date time dot date,
Mm.
um, date time date dot today. Using today function, you can get the current date. Then print today td of the today. It will print the today's date. Okay, now you can see today's date.
Yeah.
Or you can get the gap between today and the date given. Today minus SD. Then see what's happened. It will give the answer, right, in dates. And the seconds, basically, you have not given the seconds. So the time difference is 0, but date difference is 292 days, right?
Yeah.
292 days from today. Likewise, you can get the date gap. Or if you want to print the right, let's add this one, the time delta. Time delta means date by 1 day. So if you want to increase that date, or if you want to print the dates in this month, right? If you want to print dates in
Mm.
this month, you can give for um, k in range 1 comma 32, print today's date, and then today's the next td equal td plus time delta 1, and you're going to print all the days. Okay, time delta, what is there? Time delta was not defined. Time delta 1. Okay, it has not recognized the function. Let's add just one without using that. Okay, now you can see. Oh, yes, it's giving an error. But what they have suggested is some date plus time delta 1, but the time delta function, so here you have to tell the date dot time delta function, right? Same function you have to call, otherwise. Time delta 1. Okay, no attribute name time delta. Let's try with this. Okay, now you can see. So it's not belongs to delta, it's belongs to date time, right? Date time can library time delta. So time delta you can call directly date time dot time delta, and you can see it's printing from January 1st to January 31st.
Oh.
Okay, so you can make
Yeah.
use. What's the usage? So always try for usage. No, don't just try the codes in the book. So you can try the
Mm.
codes in the book. That is obviously you can write the same thing and do, but try to make it a meaningful things. Something like this. Maybe import. I'm going to import operating system, and I'm asking to maybe just without printing. I'm asking to os.mkdir make directory, let's say folder name Dasun, and os.chdr, or just make a directory called Dasun or folder called Dasun here. After that, so let's do something like this. os.mkdir. I just want to create folders. Dasun slash and just add td. Okay, let's try with try to implement this. Okay, str no date. Okay, let's make this str. It's asking me string. No file access name Dasun. File exists, right? Sorry, file exists. So now you can just ignore this because already you have created the folder. Let's move and run this. No file, such file or directory. Let's remove this one. Okay, done. So let's go to my documents. And here my file is saved here. And I have created folder named Dasun. And inside that you can see folders from January 1st to January 31st.
Oh.
Okay. So it has created folders from January 1st to 31st. So that is how you make use of this. Right? If you want create a folder in today's, so here today and 31 more days. So what happen if this is I'm going to increase this to like the 100, what will happen? So let me erase this. Okay, I have deleted. Delete this, deleted. So let me run the code. Okay, here January 1st to January 31, then it will start from automatically, it will go to the next month, February and February 28, next March,
Oh.
yes, March 31, April, and likewise from today it will add. That's the beauty of time delta, because you are not just adding one, you are adding a date. When you add a date, it will automatically calculate according to the calendar. So this will create folders from today to 100 future days. Sorry, 99 future days, including today's. Including today, it's 100 days. Excluding today, it's 99 future days. Understood?
Yes.
I think so. You can do this in your 2. You are using mobile, no?
Yeah.
Right. So better try it in laptop or desktop later.
Yeah.
Right? You can try this, but I'm not sure whether this OS function work for mobile. You can just try maybe just one folder you can try, right? Don't try for 100 folders. It will make your mobile phone heavy, because it will, I'll creating this make. So let's say if you make 1,000, what will happen?
Will create 1,000 folders.
Yeah, it will go to 1,000 dates, right? Automatically it will go to 1,000 dates. So it's no limit in this, because it only take a second, no? So see how fast it's running. So let me delete this. See how fast it's running. Run.
Yeah.
Okay. And done. That's all. Right? So it's instantly it's creating. So very dangerous. Can act as a virus. If you increase the number for large amount, can act as an virus. A virus. Okay.
Yeah.
Just take a screenshot of this and then move to the next part. This is using two libraries, datetime library and operating system library. This part, you need this at the first time, you need this, right? When you create a folder first time, you need this code too. But why I have commented, because once created, it will give an error saying file or folder already exists.
Oh.
That's why I have commented. First time you need this, but the second
Oh.
time it will give an error because it's already there in the folder. Okay, that is our exercise 9 about the date time. It's also very important. And the last topic today, that's about Python file writing and file reading. Reading from file and writing to a file. That is the final part, and with that the lesson will be over. Okay, let's do that part as well. Okay, reading and writing to a file is very important. And let's read the same file, same Python file. I'm going to read using another Python file. So let me take a new file, Python file, and I'm going to read this Python file using another Python file. So this is the file, Python file is going to read that. I'm going to open, so let's say P or file 1. I'm going to open this file, example009.py. I'm going to open that for read-only purpose. This is very easy. If I print the content of F1, it will print the entire file. And this is my exercise 0010. That will read the file 9 and print. Let's run this, and R is not defined. Oof. You have to mention R inside single quotation. That is the mode.
Oh.
Okay. Now you can see it has read the file. And this is the file. And file name is 001 and mode is read only and encoding is ASCII. The file encoding is ASCII. But how to print the content of the file? I can say f1.read. Then it will print the content of the file.
Oh.
Okay, the second method is printing the content of the file here.
Oh.
Okay, so that's powerful. So maybe in VB or C# or Java to do this, you have to write number of lines. But in Python, it's only 1 or 2 lines. It's very powerful. And at the same time, you can read line by line also. You can say for line or for L or K or anything. That's you mean in full name, line in file 1. You can read line by line or print lines. So the second method will read line by line and print. The first method, the entire thing printed. The second method will print line by line. Line in F1, print the line.
Right.
Right? So that is the second method. So let me comment the first one and show. I'm writing this. Okay, now you see. Right? So why spaces? In the second method, why you can see additional spaces between lines? Because print will add additional space. After printing, the line itself will have new line, no?
Yeah.
Line itself have the new line character. Itself has enter character. Here it's going to the next line. Here it's going to the next line. That plus this print. Print will also have that one. Right? That's why it prints this one. But you can just strip that. You can strip that. And just try. Okay, now it has stripped. Strip means it's a built-in function to remove the additional spaces. Split. Yes, what is split? We use in the previous one. Split. To separate string according to a delimiter, no? To separate string according to a delimiter, you split. Strip. To remove the additional spaces. Strip. Strip කියන්නේ සුද්ධ කරනවා වගේනේ. Cleaning out. Strip means cleaning out. To clean the additional spaces, you can use that. Okay, so the first method, so let me write in the beginning, read the entire file. Second method, it reads read line by line and print after removing spaces. Leading and padding spaces actually. It will not remove the spaces in between. It will remove the spaces in leading spaces and padding spaces. Okay, you can try. Right, file writing, I did this in a faster way. So let me explain again. CSV file, why I am going to open a CSV file? Because CSV file can be opened using Excel in cells, and it can also be opened in Notepad as commas. So if you save CSV here, this is the CSV file I have generated. And this CSV file I can open using a text editor, Notepad, Notepad or something. I'm using brackets, and it will be shown using commas and new lines. Yeah, commas and new lines, commas and new lines. But if you open that using Excel or numbers, you can see the data in cells. So that is the advantage. Then what I have done, I have written the headings, name, comma, maths, comma to separate. Comma will separate this to the cell. Name, comma, maths, comma, science, comma, English, total average. New line to go to the next line. Then I have taken the name, maths, English, science marks, added those, taken the average, then converted all these to strings. str will convert that to string. And then I have concatenated using plus. Concatenating means adding like a chain. Adding like a chain. This is not number addition. So this will be added to name, will be added to the comma, will be added to the maths mark, will be added to the comma, will be added to the science mark, will be added to the comma, likewise. So it will construct this format. Here, name, here, name, then comma, then maths mark, science mark, English mark, comma, total marks, comma, average marks. Okay, to do that, we have to write like this to generate and can n will go to the new line. So if I want marks of, okay, let's say if I want marks of many people, if I want marks of many students, so what I can do is I can assign this to a function. Okay. I can assign this to a function. Let's say function or def add marks. That is my function name. And then you have to give the file name fn. Okay, let's use this kind of function. Okay, then when you give the file name, it's going to open the file here, fn, same file name. Then it will add this, and then after that it will ask the name and all these things, and find the total average and retry to the this one. And again I'm going to write a while loop here, while true. That means this is going to repeat forever. While true means it's always true. It's going to repeat forever. What is going to repeat forever? This part is going to repeat forever. And finally I can ask uh, okay, right, more students, and within bracket I can ask yes or no. And if no, if let's take this as input, right? Input. Oh, k equal input. I'm going to take this as input. And if k equal no, then break, go out of the loop. If some respond like no, I don't have more students, then it will break. So let's run this and show the execution. Okay, nothing will happen because we have not called the function. Let's go to the documents. Let's say I'm going to run the function add marks, and my file name I have to give. File name is, let's say, abcdef.csv. That is my file name. Then click enter. It will create abcdef here. You can see abcdef.csv, and I'm asking me to enter the name, this one, and asking me marks. Enter. And asking whether more students. Yes, I have more students. It will again ask my name. Let's say, let's enter marks. Asking more students. Yes, I have more students. Asking whether I have more students. No, I don't have. I'm clicking no and enter. And it will exit because it will break. It will exit. And then if I go to this, inside that I can see marks of Dasan, Sedas, and Malindu with their respective averages and total marks. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can try this. I think with that we will be finishing. Yeah, chapter 10 done and dusted. That means we have done all the exercises and we have done all the applications too. Right? So by doing the applications, actually I have discussed sample exam questions. What kind of questions you will get from this? What kind of applications will be there? So reading and writing files. That is our last topic for the chapter number 13. Then next day we can start chapter 14. Actually, chapter 14 we have done up to some extent. We can quickly finish chapter 14 and go to 15. Okay, can you take a print screen or are you going to write this?
I'll take a print screen.
Okay. Taken?
Yes.
Right. With that, I'm going to stop for today. So
Okay.
sorry because I have some other plans. That's why I'm going to finish a little early because it's like if I do 4 hours, will be an issue because I have another class to start by 4. Yeah. And anyway, I'll cover this next week. Next week, I'll do some extra session and cover the 2 hours. Right?
Oh.
Okay. So are we going to complete programming and go to the next chapters?
Yeah.
That's better, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. Wish you a very happy new year and see you next week.
Same to you, sir.
Right? Okay.
Thanks. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you. Bye.